DeFi, decentralized finance, and crypto are the fastest growing sectors in technology in the history of for freaking ever.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
And today we're going to be looking at DeFi. DeFi was absolutely booming. It's cooled off a little bit. A lot of focus went to NFTs, and NFTs have since cooled off some. But what DeFi is an incredible premise. DeFi is really putting power back into the people. It's decentralized finance. Imagine just removing all these central bank intermediaries that can just exert way too much control, tack on way too many fees, except Ethereum is, like, ironically has worse fees than any bank in the history of ever. But anyway, it's not all about ETH, right? So there's some other blockchains, DeFi, that's what we run into today. But first, we're going to be running tails our resident Shiba Inu, our CDO, our Chief DeFi Officer here at VoskCoin. My name is Vosk. Slap that subscribe button. Let's jump into another fun crypto video. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice. So decentralized finance is an emerging financial technology based on secure distributed ledgers similar to those used by cryptocurrencies. The system removes the control banks and institutions have on money, financial products, and financial services. I'm also going to assume you know what MetaMask is and you have it set up in this video. If you don't, make sure to check out our tutorial video. You could also be using Phantom on the Solana blockchain, which is a pretty cool alternative. We got a tutorial video for that as well. We're going to be specifically looking at DeFiYield, who made today's video possible. And look, this is what really got me excited, right? I mean, what a tagline. DeFi and Crypto, fastest growing tech in history. We opened the intro with that. 3,000% growth in DeFi TVL. That's total value locked just in the past year. 8 times growth in DeFi users over the last year. Even as DeFi is becoming a little bit more of a norm. And, well, that's exciting, I think. One thing I really like about DeFiYield is they shine a light on bad actors. 1.7 billion has been stolen or lost to DeFi exploits. 82% of surveyed users have lost funds due to exploits or hacks. And they specifically have a REKT database, which is pretty cool. So report a hack, scam, malicious project, questionable anything, and get a bonus from them. Tell them who's going to get wrecked and get a bonus. These things are made possible because they have their own token. You're not going to guess this. They named it DeFi. I don't know. That might be a $1 billion play. So latest REKT reports. Raptor 2 exit scammed. Right? Another one. Dollar Doge exit scam. Just right here alone, $250,000. Absolutely insane. We looked at the REKT database and we see some insane funds being lost here, right? We look at Wormhole, over a quarter, not million, $250 million. Just insane. You know, there's a never-ending amount of coins with Inu in their name. So they even break down the different issues, right? We've got honeypots, we've got exploits, we have exit scams, and how those are impacting. For example, this Sanshu Inu had a exploit costing $250,000. And then we got these slow guys over here exit scamming for, in crypto, a lowly $8,000. We've talked a lot about portfolio managers here on the channel before, things like ZapperFi, DBank, among some other alternatives. DeFiYield is creating their own dashboard that, to be honest, will look very akin to ZapperFi, even the way you can kind of watch or bundle wallets in here. So what this does here is it's scanning multiple blockchains. It's picking up my net worth, what I have where, and really what these coins are doing, whether I'm providing liquidity, I'm staking them, how much I have sitting there waiting to be claimed, what protocols they are in. And so at this time, I think they support a lot of chains, but there are even more chains that I'm using that they are not monitoring and reporting here in this dashboard right now. So I definitely think there's room for improvement on that front, right? So let me just give you a quick example. So we can just run off the chain net worth, right? So my wallet 14.7, and right down here we got 15.1, and kind of where's the disparity? Where are we missing out here? Another cool piece of this portfolio manager is they have an NFT section, non-fungible tokens. And with those NFTs, they'll break down your NFTs, what you have, and if they can estimate a value for them. The more you start NFTing, the more useful these kinds of things become. In addition to that, they also have tabs open for yield farming and staking. So we can see it's pulling up some of my yield farms here. That's great. What else is interesting is they give you opportunities to explore. So we can explore Uniswap and Curve and so forth. Same thing going on here with staking. I'm staking some coins in Badger DAO, or I've got a massive stake in this this Trader Joe stake pool, right? And then we come down here, we see other mechanics that we can try out. Auto farming over here, among many other alternatives. What else is pretty cool is if you notice in these previous ones, I have VoskCoin.eth pulled up, right? And you can jump into your wallet, see what your tokens are, how they break down, everything like that on the portfolio section. But what you'll notice here is I have VoskCoin.eth, right? And so I can add a wallet. I could go to Solana, I could go to Terra, I could go to other EVMs. And that's interesting because, for example, in this tab, I have my Phantom address pulled up. And with this, it's going to break down, what tokens I have in here. It's not pulling up the NFTs in my wallet, though, so I imagine they're looking to add more support for that here in the future. They have their own token. Let's talk about that. DeFiYield token distribution. This is based off of their strategic round. So total supply 1 billion tokens. Strategic round allocation 4% round cap of $3 million. Founders eating up 1.5 million. Investor seed round 2.7 million. Seed or strategic round $3 million. And the strategic round token price here 0.076 USDC per token. And we can see again the way this breaks down between community development grants, incentives for liquidity providers, early adopters and supporters, marketing budget, project treasury reserve, seed round, strategic investors, community sale, development reserve, and team. So really, like most tokens, most of the tokens are going out in a sale or to the team, and then they have some incentives to basically give out here. 20% for liquidity provider, 7% for community and development grants. Reserves, obviously that's a variable there. DeFiYield's DeFi token has branded itself as a on-chain governance token for their on-chain governance system here. Key element of the DeFi or decentralized protocol, DeFi token owners will thus be able to contribute to the development of the ecosystem and the DeFiYield app by casting their votes for, again, the on-chain governance. This means they will operate as a DAO, a Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Becoming a genuinely community-driven protocol is their founding kind of premise and goal here. Making proposals for independent audit reviews, arranging reward allocation for smart contract auditors, requesting a certain app feature to be developed. Proposals apply to any element of the DeFiYield's ecosystem, defining and approving new dashboard integrations, revisioning DeFiYield's pricing mechanics and rates, defining grants and community partner rewards, allocate LP and vaults incentive rewards. DeFiYield, cross-chain, decentralized blockchain security network. So let's talk about that security aspect a little bit more. So I'm over on their audit database, grabbing a tab from the side here. And if I break open the audits here, we can see that we can search for audits by different auditing companies. And a key thing you will notice here is that DeFiYield has put themselves at the top of the list because DeFiYield is auditing cryptocurrency projects and tokens. So that is kind of where this becomes a little bit more interesting and a little bit more of an ecosystem, right? So much nicer. So we have the REKT database over here, the whopping funds lost and everything else. Very cool, very interesting, fun tool, useful tool. But this kind of all comes into play in conjunction with their audit database. So we can come in here and search for any, token that we'd like to. So, I think it's funny you put an Inu, which means dog in Japanese, and, a million Inu tokens. They want to just slap it onto the end of every token these days. It's kind of unreal. I mean, there's even multiple babies, baby Shibi, baby Doge, and that's just what's being pulled up right here that even made it this far and had an audit completed by someone who's even semi-reputable, right? We see the different audits kind of being broken down in between Solidity, TechRate, Desert Financed, and so forth. Another cool feature of DeFiYield is when you click on approvals. And so what happens here is it breaks down, where your approvals are and kind of what you're exposed to. So per them, I have 2 high-risk contracts and 41 low-risk contracts, and well, that could be a scary thing. So let's just check out these unverified. So we got unknown contract here for ENS. We have a unknown contract here for Matic and SIG unverified here for this Saki swap. One of the best functions of this is you can just simply update or decline this right from your dashboard if you are signed in. I put this in as a watched address because I had logged in under my Solana Phantom wallet. But again, you know, you just connect your MetaMask and off to the races you go. A lot of people are sick of anonymous teams. Honestly, I am too. Good news is their team is not anonymous. They're public, faces attached, background, right? So we have Michael, Matthew, Gabriel, Petro, Reed, Igor, Becca, Anton, and Chris. I probably said half their names wrong. I'm sorry. Okay. And the bottom line is, I'm not here to endorse this project or their team. I just want to, you know, give you these facts. You can do more research about them, and you know, and you can get involved with the project if you'd like to do so. But I think too many people don't analyze teams, because a great team can do great things, and a great project with a bad team is just really doomed to fail. So hey, that's an overview of DeFiYield. I'm still just hugely bullish on DeFi as a sector. I use DeFi almost every day. It's incredible, making decentralized trades, especially as a US citizen, are absolutely phenomenal. So tools like this that are, you know, making it easier for me to understand what I have, where it is, what I'm doing, notifying me of vulnerabilities, hacks, and things like that. They're all useful tools. Really, from my point of view, because I crypto 24/7, 365, if you don't know that. What I'm really looking for are just things that will help me, you know, make money with crypto, or monitor how I'm trying to make money, and so forth, right? And it's not just about dollar bills. You know, I want to increase my crypto holdings, whether, you know, I'm up in stable coins this month, you know, increasing my orange coin holdings. So obviously having more Bitcoins is always, you know, fun and long-term, definitely lucrative thing. Same with ETH and all that, even though you burn up a lot of it in gas fees. That gets old. But hey, anyway, starting to go off topic. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, slap that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on DeFiYield. As always, well, I hope you enjoyed it. We're uploading daily, so that means I will see you tomorrow. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money. I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.